Hold on, Autumn, muted you. I'm sorry. I don't know why it did that. Hold on. I think it's because the meeting settings. Hold on. Because I'm the host. And okay, I just asked to unmute you. So I think you have to approve that real quick. There it goes. Talk real quick. There we go.
I was literally talking to you as you told me I was unmuted. All right, that I was muted. I was talking. Okay, and we're gonna have you can ask questions at the end. So if you do have any questions, you can start typing them in and we'll look at them. But like if you want to ask them at the end, go for it. And I'll answer those questions. I wanted to start off first by telling you guys, you probably do not believe this, knowing who I am now, but before Scentsy, I was like super introverted. I still am introverted, but I've gotten out. I used to be the type of person who could not make my own doctor's appointments, who didn't want to order my own food. My husband, before we got married, he would have to call and like do takeout because I was like, I don't want to call. Like I get too nervous. I can't do it. It just makes me anxious. So just know that I wasn't always this way. And just know that I used to be shaking like a leaf when I would have to do college. Oh my God, speeches. The word just left me. When I have to do speeches, I would literally be up there shaking to death. And I would be like, I just do not want to do this. I don't want to do this. So just know that I wasn't always this way, and don't think I was always this way. And you can be this way one day too. It gets better. And I still have a whole entire thing of notes. So don't think that goes away either, because otherwise I get sidetracked. Okay, so if you guys don't know me, I'm Autumn. Been doing Scentsy for about 3.5 years now. I am a star director. And I actually earned annual sales for the first time last year. And I'm on track to earn it this year. So if you don't know what annual sales is, go check it out. But it's $1,000 bonus. Yes, $1,000 bonus. If that didn't just get you excited, I don't know what else would. And the biggest thing is track it. So if you are wanting to earn annual sales or are curious about it, go track it now, because I can tell you I missed it the year before because I didn't track it. Tracking is so important. I actually just updated my tracker today. So PRV, why is it so important? I want you guys to know it is so important because if you are not having high PRV, that means you're probably not talking to enough people. That means you're probably not making new connections. And that means your business is probably going to die faster than you would like it to. And it doesn't mean that you're game over. It just means if you have high PRV in the beginning or try to work towards getting high PRV, it's gonna be easier for you to meet new people, to have people that want to host, to have people that want to join, to just have all kinds of these customers because you're having that high PRV and meeting people throughout there. So it's kind of the first thing you want to make sure you master. If you don't have a team yet, make sure you master the PRV first. That is the most important thing, because as leaders, we have a minimum of 500 PRV we have to have. So if you are struggling to get active, it's going to be hard if you bring on people and you promote to lead. If you are not consistently getting 500 PRV and you're only active every month, it's going to be hard to like have a team now and get that high PRV. So focus on that first. And if you do have a team now and you're still just active every month, take a step back every single month, the first week of the month, focus on your PRV. Don't focus on anything else. No one else, nothing else but your business and your PRV and how you're getting PRV for the month. You have to plan it out, because if you do not plan it out, you will fail. You have to plan. It is so necessary to plan. Even if your planning is like, I'm going to be putting 2 bulk orders in, just plan. You have to have some sort of plan on how you're going to get that PRV. And just know also, as leaders, it's a minimum of 500 PRV, because that's a minimum. Now, it's there so it can help us be okay if we're having a bad month, we're having a difficult time in our lives. That's why it's there. But don't ever strive for the minimum. You can do so much more. I promise you can. And the first thing we're going to talk about with having high PRV is belief. Belief is 100% the key to the beginning of having high PRV. If you do not believe that you can have high PRV, you won't. If you don't believe people are going to buy things, or that you're going to be able to have successful parties, or that all these things, if you don't believe that, it's not going to happen. It all starts with belief. You have to believe you can. You have to understand that you are no different than us. We are no different than you. We seriously aren't. We all start at the same place. We all started with 0 customers, 0 people on our team, 0 idea of what we were doing, the same starter kit. Every single month, we all start back at 0 PRV, every single one of us. And we have to do it. And don't just think because we are leaders or that we've been doing this for 3.5 years, that people just come swarming in all the time. It takes us to continuously do the things I'm telling you about all the time. So I want you to just know you're no different and that you can do this too. So the first thing with your belief is you probably need to change your mindset. You need to take away the I can'ts, I won't, I'll try, maybe, or I'll give it a shot, possibly. If you have those words in your vocabulary, it's not going to happen. That belief is gone. You have to have 100% commitment that you can and you will. 100%. Each month, you need to be setting a new goal. So what I mean by that is, okay, you were active this month. Well, if you set a goal to be active next month, you're not really pushing yourself. Maybe you should push it to 500. And then after you're consistently getting 500, push it to 1,000. And then after 1,000, push it to 2K. When we get comfortable, we're not growing anymore. And nothing is going to grow from there. And your business is not going to grow from there. If you're not growing, your business is not growing. So you need to make sure that you have a new goal every single month that's pushing you. And not only that one that's pushing you, but one that ties in with your life goals. So if your PRV goal every single month is not tying in with your life goals, that's something you got to focus on, because you need to have a life goal over a Scentsy goal all the time, because they tie in together, because your life goals are way more important to you and dear to your heart, and they're going to make you work on the days you don't want to work. So just make sure they tie in together and dream big, set the goals that push you. And this is something I really loved. Don't let your temporary feelings get in the way of your 5-year dreams. So that means kind of like, let's say you're having just a bad day and no one's writing you back. You followed up with 10 customers. No one said a thing. You've reached out to 5 people and said, hey, would you love to know more information about Scentsy? No one's responded. You're just having one of those days where you feel like you're failing. You're not. I promise you're not. Don't let those temporary feelings get in the way of your belief in what you can do. Brush it off. The next day, set some new goals. I'm telling you, it's so weird on how you just continuously go and trust the process and do the things that you need to do, that things just hit you. The next week, you're going to have 2 join conversations from a random person, 2 random people that you didn't even think were interested. So if you just keep showing up, it returns. So once you have that belief in place, sorry guys, my throat gets dry easily. Once you have that belief in place, I want you to understand that there needs to be different streams of PRV that you're having. And you're like, what? What does that mean? What I mean is that you don't need to have just one way of PRV that you're only doing. Now, the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. I want you to think of PRV in the same way. So master one thing at a time. I don't want you to take this. I'm about to go through a bunch of different ways that you can have streams of income or streams of PRV. I do not want you to take this and think that you need to do every single one of these tomorrow. It's not going to happen like that. You're going to overwhelm yourself. It's not going to help anything. I want you to hear one that I say and be like, oh, I like that. I want to give that a shot. Master it and then do the next one. Then do a next one after you keep mastering them. First things first stream of PRV you guys might not be utilizing that is super, super awesome. Scentsy Club. It is amazing. And you might think, I don't know about Scentsy Club. That's okay. None of us knew about Scentsy Club at first. You know, you have to educate yourself. And once you educate yourself, then you can educate your customers, because our customers are not going to know about Scentsy Club unless we are talking to them about it. So we have to talk about it at least once a week. Talk about Scentsy Club. If this is the one thing that you want to focus on, you have to talk about the Scentsy Club and the benefits of it, the perks of it, all the things of it. And the best way sometimes to understand Scentsy Club is to have one yourself. And that doesn't mean you have to do one every single month. I'm just saying, if you really want to understand Scentsy Club, a great way is to do it, let's say have a whiff box every 3 months. That's a great way so you can understand it, where you can show it off and all the things. But just, if you don't know about it, educate yourself. There's so much information out there. If you even just go on your website and click the Scentsy Club tab, there's so much information. There's frequently asked questions. There's videos on your workstation. There's so much information. But like I said, no one's going to know about Scentsy Club unless you were talking about it. And it's a great way to get automatic PRV. If you're treating your customers right that are doing Scentsy Club, they're going to keep coming. They're going to keep coming in. And for an example, I have 200 to 500 PRV in Scentsy Club every single month. That is stuff that I don't necessarily have to worry about because I'm treating my customers right, but that's not where I have to run out there and try to figure out PRV. It's automatic PRV. The next stream of income, and stream of PRVs, crap. You all know what I mean. A VIP group on Facebook. If you do not have a VIP group on Facebook, you need to have one, because this is somewhere you can share about Scentsy every freaking day, and it's fine. You can share about Scentsy every single day in your VIP group, and it's totally fine. You're not going to annoy anyone because they're not going to be in your VIP group if they don't want Scentsy, if they don't like Scentsy. You're only going to add people in your VIP group that buy Scentsy from you. You're not going to go through and add half of your friends list just because. No, they need to be your customers. Even if they just bought one time, that's fine. You can add them in there. You just don't want massive people that aren't even your customers or don't even use Scentsy. But you want to make your VIP group fun and engaging, authentic. You want it to be something about you. You don't want to just do flyers. You want to keep people updated on what's going on, tips, tricks, all the things. The next thing, scent boxes, scent crates, mystery boxes. You might not know what the heck I'm talking about, but really, they're just an awesome way of just surprising your customers with things that they don't know that they're getting, that you set a price range and you get them the products. So it's a mystery box. There you go. And you can do them every month. You could do themes with them. You can do them whenever the heck you want to do them. There's really no certain way that you have to do it. You can be as creative as possible. You can do them as simple as you would like. You can ship them. You can do just bulk orders. It's all up to you and whatever you would like to do with them. But if you really want to see some really cute creative ones, you need to check out Samantha's. Marquette, I think I'm saying it right. I'm terrible. But Samantha's mystery boxes or scent crates are freaking awesome. They're so cute. If you're creative, you will love them. So you just want to make sure that you are pricing them and being in compliant and not going out and being like, hey, you can get all this for $30 and you show a picture of $40 worth of stuff. You cannot do that unless it is a Scentsy special. You cannot share that. So just make sure you're under compliance. If you have any questions, email compliance on it. But just make sure you stay in line. You don't do anything crazy. What I love to say is I love to spoil. I love to spoil. I'm not telling them I'm putting $6 extra in their box. I'm just saying I love to spoil you guys. That's it. The next thing is something I started doing last year, and it's super beneficial. And it's called the Host of the Month Club. So it's a really awesome way of getting 500 PRV a month by having a club of 12 of your best customers who order monthly. They're going to just order around $40 on the link that you set up that month. Now, what the exciting part is that one person from the club gets to be the host. So therefore, all those rewards that added up from the orders that everyone's putting in that month, they get those rewards. So pretty much, your 12 people, what I would do, how I would do it is I would reach out to 12 of your best customers. These need to be customers that you know are going to pay you, that aren't flaky, not pay you, but you know that are going to put their orders in, that are already ordering every month. They'll probably get a 6-pack every month. Send them a message and just say like, hey, I'm doing this awesome club. You'll get to be the host for the month. You just got to order every month like you normally would, but you're going to get all these free rewards one month. And that is just the host rewards. Let's see here. So, and if you have any questions about the host club, because sometimes some people have some questions, save it till later, or you can go ahead and put it in the chat and I'll answer it later. But next thing is parties. Pretty much parties are just referrals. They're just a way of networking and meeting new people. So even if that means you're having a party without even realizing you're having a party, or without them even realizing they're having a party, that's a party. So for an example, I had a customer who's kind of newer. Her and her mom wanted to put in an order for Christmas. They went to go ahead and do it, and they went to get some of the holiday collection. I said, awesome. I said, well, would you like a party so you guys can get the reward? She said, well, actually, I think we're going to just buy everything for all of our friends and family. So we'll just give you the order. I said, awesome, I'll put it in on my end and we'll see what rewards come up. Y'all, they had $500 order between the two of them, and I was able to spoil them and discounted shipping. That was a party without even them realizing they were having a party, without me having to say, you want to have a party? There's just got to be ways you got to think about it sometimes. So let's say somebody has like $150 order they give you. Tell them, hey, you have 2 friends who want a new 6-pack of wax. Get it. We'll put it in. We'll get some rewards and discounted shipping. So sometimes just think outside the box when it comes to parties. And then also there's all your other ways: online parties, on-the-go parties, home parties. We pretty much know all these things, or there is information out there for all the parties. But also I want you to, if you have not, if you'd like to watch Jennifer Anderson on YouTube, she has an awesome video. She just uploaded maybe yesterday about an easy way of online parties. Loved it. Super easy. Check it out. It is great. And then also, pretty much like parties and referrals, let's say I want you to make sure that if people are sending you a referral, let's say you have a customer who says, hey, I have somebody who's interested in joining. Can I give them your information? Of course you can. When they join, or if they join, or, you know, whenever you have that conversation with them and they referred you to that person, you need to spoil your customer and say, hey, I really appreciate you for going out of your way and thinking of me. Send them a send circle, put something extra in their next order. Just a way of saying like, thank you for the referral. I appreciate you. And then last but not least, of different ways of PRV is social media. And I saved it for last because it's a huge part, but it cannot be your only way of getting PRV. For an example, today, Facebook was down. If that was your only way that you get PRV, you would probably have freaked out, because that's the only way that you're used to getting sales. That cannot be your only way. It's a great way for customers to keep up with you, for you to build relationships with your customers. It's a great way for people to say, oh, Autumn just posted a picture. She's doing this. I need to order some Scentsy from her. It's a great way of doing those, building relationships, being consistent, showing up, letting people know who you are. But it is not the only way that you need to focus on when it comes to having PRV. Okay, so the third thing with having high PRV Consistency, huge. Absolutely, one of the biggest things is consistency. If you are not consistent, you are going to be able to tell within your PRV. You can tell your PRV. I also want you to know that PRV is pretty much the one thing you are in control of every single month. Yeah, you might not be the one that's placing those orders, but doing these things are what make you in control of your PRV. So like I said earlier, master one stream of PRV at a time. Then once you master it, do it consistently. Every single month, do that same thing over and over again, and then add on a new thing. So I want you to ask yourself these questions when it comes to consistency. You don't have to say them out loud, but this is just a way for you to become real with yourself. Tell yourself you're really being disciplined. You're actually consistent. So do I show up for my business consistently? Can you honestly answer that to yourself? Do my customers know that I'm an active Scentsy consultant? That's a big one, guys. I take it to offense if somebody asks me if I'm still doing Scentsy. Like, what? Do I not like show it enough? I'm like, either they just don't notice or like, yeah. So people should notice those things. Do I show my customers that I appreciate them? Okay, show them. Showing them can be a lot of different ways. Do my customers know that they can depend on me to get their orders and to communicate with them? And then what's my last one? Will I keep my customers updated on what is coming? So just think about those things. Those things will let you know if you're being consistent or not. And if you got to think, not really, then that's something you got to focus on. That's somewhere you need to be more consistent on, because you're going to be able to see where you're not consistent at your business, and you're going to have not so good of outcomes and success there. You need to be consistent in all the ways. And then last, again, but not least, is good customer service. This is a freaking huge one. Good customer service is going to make or break your business. It's something that if you haven't been the best at before or up until now, change that. You can change that. You can change your business at any point in time. You really can. So if you haven't been very good at customer service, I want you to really focus on that. You want to take care of your supporters and your customers in the way that you would want to be appreciated. How many of us have ordered through another direct sales company and have never heard from the person? Never got an email, never got a text, never got a thank you card, never been followed up with. And how upset were you? You're probably like, I'm going to order from them again. Well, let me tell you what, people do that with you and your business. And if you are not reaching out to your customers, if you are not showing appreciation, they are going to see that and they are going to feel undervalued, and they're going to feel like just a dollar sign, and they're probably not going to come back. So make sure you're valuing your customers. I make sure every time that I get an order, every time I get a PWS order, even if I'm reading the PWS order on my email a day later, every single time I am reaching out and I am personally thanking them. It takes 2 freaking seconds to say, hey, so-and-so, thank you so much for your order. I really appreciate you. That's it. You know how much that means to them? You know how much that's going to make them want to come back to you? You know how much people are going to say, hey, you just treat me so good and I appreciate that. Treat them like a human. They don't have to support you, but they are. So be good to your customers. Make sure you're following up with them. Make sure you're following up to see, hey, how did you like that new warmer you got? Or hey, how did you like the new fragrance system you got? Because people don't always know how to use our products. And then also, if they maybe ordered the wrong thing, or there was a mistake, or something happened with their delivery, if you don't follow up, you're never going to know, and they're probably not going to reach out to you. And then that's just terrible customer service. You have to reach out, follow up with them, see what they're liking. And also, there's other ways of following up with them like commenting on their stuff on Facebook. Like it's their birthday and you say happy birthday, or a loved one has passed away and you reach out. I'm not saying you have to make sure you do with all your customers, but when you notice things and you reach out, that means the world to them. Because at the end of the day, we are in a building relationship business. And if you are not focused on building your relationships, you are going to see that people are going to find you inauthentic, and they're probably not going to come back. They want to feel valued. They want to know, like, and trust you. And they want to know that you care about them beyond Scentsy. So just make sure you are building a constant relationship with them. Show them that you care. And let's see here. Another thing is send them a thank you card in the mail, even if it's just a postcard, even if it's 2 months later and you're sending them a postcard with scratch snip stickers and says, thank you so much. Do it. That is something so little that means so much, so much. Do whatever's in your budget. Don't think that if you've seen so-and-so do something, you got to do it too. Don't ever compare your business to anyone else's. Everybody's in a different stage. Everyone's in a different journey. Everyone has different budgets. Do what you can do to show your appreciation, because at the end of the day, your customer's just going to care that you showed that you appreciated them. It's not about what you gave them. It's about the appreciation and the thought. And I think that I am done.
Woohoo! I loved all of those.